The female adult T-Rex trio, consisting of Rexy from Jurassic World and the mother-daughter duo of Big E.T. and Little E.T., found themselves seeking refuge from the freezing cold winter outside. Shivering and exhausted, they stumbled upon a dark and warm functional hangar within an airport during a nighttime snowfall. As they entered the hangar, the warmth enveloped them, providing much-needed relief from the biting cold. The trio quickly made themselves comfortable, curling up underneath soft blankets to ward off the chill. Rexy, the leader of the group, spoke in a low, rumbling tone that was difficult to understand, but her companions knew that she was expressing their shared exhaustion and relief at finding shelter. Big E.T. and Little E.T., the mother-daughter pair, huddled close together, their breath visible in the cold air. Despite their size difference, they were equally affected by the harsh winter weather. Big E.T., the protective mother, nuzzled her daughter affectionately, offering what comfort she could in the unfamiliar surroundings. As the trio settled in for the night, the sound of the snowfall outside grew fainter, replaced by the gentle hum of the hangar's heating system. The warmth seeped into their bones, easing the tension that had gripped them since their arrival. Slowly but surely, their shivering subsided, replaced by a sense of peace and security. In the darkness of the hangar, the T-Rex trio drifted off to sleep, their powerful forms softened by the vulnerability of slumber. Despite the dangers that lurked outside, for now, they were safe and warm, surrounded by the comforting darkness of the airport hangar. And as they rested, the bond between them grew stronger, forged in the crucible of survival and shared hardship. The female adult T-Rex trio, consisting of Rexy from Jurassic World and the mother-daughter duo of Big E.T. and Little E.T., found themselves seeking refuge from the freezing cold winter outside. Shivering and exhausted, they stumbled upon a dark and warm functional hangar within an airport during a snowstorm. As they entered the hangar, the warmth enveloped them, providing much-needed relief from the biting cold. They quickly made themselves comfortable, wrapping themselves in soft blankets to ward off the chill. Rexy, the leader of the trio, spoke in a low, rumbling voice, her words barely audible above a whisper. Big E.T. and Little E.T., her companions, huddled close to her, their bodies trembling from the cold. Despite their size and strength, even these mighty creatures were not immune to the harshness of winter. They longed for rest and warmth, seeking solace in the safety of the hangar. As they settled in for the night, the airport buzzed with activity outside, the snow falling gently against the windows. The trio closed their eyes, their breathing slow and steady as they drifted off to sleep, the sound of the storm fading into the background. In the darkness of the hangar, the T-Rex trio found a moment of peace amidst the chaos of the outside world. And as they slept, their dreams were filled with visions of a warmer, brighter tomorrow, where the cold of winter could not touch them. The three female T-Rexes, Rexy, Big E.T., and Little E.T., huddled together in the warm hangar, seeking refuge from the freezing cold snowfall outside. Rexy, the leader of the trio, stared off into the distance, lost in thought as she absent-mindedly traced patterns on the floor with her clawed finger. Big E.T., the protective mother, nuzzled and nestled beside her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., who snuggled closer to her mother for warmth. The bond between the mother and daughter was evident in the way they comforted each other, their hearts beating in sync as they drifted off to sleep. As the snow continued to fall outside, the T-Rex trio found solace in each other's company, their massive bodies shaking less as they relaxed under the soft furry blankets. The sound of their heavy yawns filled the hangar, a sign of their exhaustion from the cold. Despite the harsh winter night, the T-Rex trio found peace in the warmth of the hangar, their breaths steady as they slept soundly. The bond between them was unbreakable, a testament to the strength of their family unit in the face of adversity. As the night wore on, the snowfall outside continued, but inside the hangar, the T-Rex trio remained safe and warm, their dreams filled with visions of a brighter tomorrow. And as the first light of dawn broke through the darkness, the trio awoke, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their strength and love for each other. The three female T-Rexes lay huddled together in the warmth of the hangar, their breath forming clouds in the air. Rexy, the leader of the trio, let out a contented sigh as she closed her eyes, her mind drifting off into a peaceful slumber. Big E.T., the mother T-Rex, wrapped her massive arms around her daughter, Little E.T., in a protective embrace. She nuzzled her daughter's neck affectionately, the bond between them unbreakable. As the snow continued to fall outside, the hangar provided a safe haven for the three dinosaurs. The sound of the wind howling against the walls was muffled by the thick blankets they had wrapped themselves in. In the darkness of the hangar, the only sound was the gentle breathing of the sleeping T-Rexes. The cold of the winter night seemed a world away as they snuggled together for warmth. Hours passed, and the snowfall outside began to lessen. The first light of dawn peeked through the windows of the hangar, casting a soft glow over the sleeping dinosaurs. Rexy stirred, her eyes fluttering open as she stretched her massive limbs. She glanced over at Big E.T. and Little E.T., a sense of peace washing over her. They were safe, they were together, and that was all that mattered. With a soft rumble of contentment, Rexy settled back down, her eyes closing once more. The trio of T-Rexes slept on, their dreams filled with visions of a world where they could roam free and wild, unburdened by the cold of the winter night. The three T-Rexes, Rexy, Big E.T., and Little E.T., found themselves in a dire situation as they wandered through the freezing snowfall. Despite their strength and power, the extreme cold was taking its toll on them, causing their bodies to shake uncontrollably. Desperate for warmth, they stumbled upon a hangar at a functional airport. As they entered the hangar, relief washed over them as they felt the warmth enveloping their bodies. They quickly found a cozy blanket and huddled together on the floor, seeking comfort in each other's presence. Rexy, the leader of the trio, gazed at the floor with a sense of weariness, while Big E.T. nuzzled and nestled close to her daughter, Little E.T., who looked up at her mother with adoration. The trio's exhaustion was evident as they all began to yawn heavily, the effects of the cold finally catching up to them. With a sense of peace washing over them, they all drifted off to sleep, their powerful bodies finally finding respite from the harsh winter conditions outside. As the snow continued to fall outside, the T-Rexes slept soundly, their breaths creating small puffs of warmth in the air. Despite the dangers that lurked in the world around them, in this moment, they were safe and at peace, surrounded by the love and protection of their family. And as they slept, the hangar provided a temporary sanctuary from the unforgiving cold, allowing them to rest and recharge for the challenges that lay ahead.